So now we need to get the value for the tract from the user. So we need to ask the user to enter in the keyboard the value for his or her land size. To do so, we need to use Java Object Scanner. The Java compiler has predefined APIs or libraries help us to simplify our code. The one that we used before, like system.out.println, this method predefined on the Java, and we just use it by call the method inside that object. The same thing, if we need to get some value from the keyboard, we're going to use scanner object. So how can we do so? But before we write the statement, let us add here some useful comments. We need to create a scanner object for the keyboard input. How can we create such objects? We use the class scanner, and then I need to name my variable, give it a name, and I used to use the variable name keyboard, as I'm going to use the standard keyboard for this purpose. And we're going to use the keyword new to create a new object, and that object of type scanner, and this object, the default input of this object need to be my keyboard, and to represent to my keyboard we use the class system with the object n. All right, you can see here we have this message appear to the screen to say that there is something wrong here. We know that the system.out.println also a class from Java, and we use it without such problems. But here, this class scanner doesn't come by default in our program, or it's not embedded by default in my program. So I have to embed the corresponding library so that my compiler can understand what does it mean by scanner. And the good things on this IDE, you don't need to remember the name of the libraries for each of these classes that we are going to use. We have a huge number of Java classes ready for us to use, and they are grouped on number of libraries. So this IDE will help us to import these libraries without the need to memorize their names. So simply, if I click here on this and hit enter, as the message says to me, hit alt enter, then automatically we're going to import java util.scanner, and this is the name of the class, the Java class that contains or defines this class. So this line here, if we just need to have another look, we can see here I defined a variable. The name of my variable is keyboard, and the type of this variable of class scanner. In order to have this variable reference to actual objects in the main memory, we need to use the keyword new, and again the class name scanner, and we need to feed here what's the source for the data going to be in. So the source in this case is my standard keyboard, and this is the way how we represent the standard keyboard in this statement. We just write here between the bracket system.n. All right, so I have created now the object. The object is ready to get information from the user. So I need to ask the user to give the size of the land. So let me just start again by adding some comments. We need to prompt the user to get the size of the tract. So we are going to display a message on the screen, ask the user to give us this information. So in this case, I'm going to use system.out.print, and right here on the screen, enter the size of the tract. So this message is going to be displayed on the screen, and then I need to add here the line that accept the user input. So I need to use my object that I just created, the keyboard, in order to get the value from the keyboard and store it to the variable tract. So I write here tract equal. Now I'm using my object that I just created, keyboard, dots. I need to get a value from the keyboard or from the user of type double. So in this case here, I'm using the method next double. This line here will prompt the user to, or wait for the user in order to enter a double number and save it to the track. Then once I get this information, I need to do the final calculation. So I need to calculate the number of acres, and I'm simply going to implement the equation that we defined in our algorithm. So acres equal this the value for this tract, we get it from the keyboard, divided by my constant feet per acre. So this is the time we need to use the value for this constant. So this line here did the calculation, and the output of this division stored on the variable acres. The last step in my application is to display the result. So we're going to use system.out again. And in this time, I'm going to use a print line. And I'm going to write here, as I said, we need to do some descriptive message for the value for acres. So I'm going to write here a tract of land with the variable tract concatenated with another simple message. Square feet has concatenated with acres, the value for acres, and then end by the string or the word acres this way. So what I write here, I say I need to have this string to be sent to the print line. Simply the string says a tract of land with the size that we get from the keyboard. Square feet has the output of this calculation, and then end by the word acres. So we finished writing here the code. Let's try to compile and run. Good, so we don't have any syntax error. And the program runs and display on the screen, enter the size of the tract. So let me write here the size of my land. Let us say 589,767, and then hit enter. We can see here the message appear on the screen, a tract of the land with this square feet, this number that I give it as an input, has this number of acres. Later on, you're going to learn how to have a specific format to make this number looks nicer. Okay, hope you find this video beneficial. Now you must read the PowerPoint slide of the Unit 3 from slide number 52 to slide number 103. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.